Guys, welcome back to this house of fashion. Hope you have another video. Today's episode is going to be on how to cut a shirt dress with an inner adjustable rope at the waistline. So I'm using this chiffon fabric to cut it out. This is 3 yards of chiffon fabric. So this shirt dress I'm talking about, it won't be too wide. I'll be using the hip measurement for the hole measurement. The hip measurement is going to be the measurement we're going to use at the bust, at the waist, and at the hip as well. The hip here is 48 inches. Then I'll be adding 1 inch to it. That is going to be the zip allowance. So that is what we'll be using here. So the full length is 58 inches. The back measurement is 16 inches, and the armhole measurement is 8 inches. So I'll be folding this into 4, leaving zip allowance at the back because I'll be adding my zip allowance to it at the back. So this is into 2 first. I cut out 52 inches of length from that 3 yards, and I fold it into 2 like this. Then the next stage is to fold it into 4. So this is into 4 places now. I'm leaving the zip allowance here. So the next thing to take here is to take the necessary measurement. The first thing I'll be taking here is the back measurement. This is the back measurement of 8 inches. So the armhole is going to be 8 as well. But I'll be making use of 1 inch of shoulder slant. So from here I'll come down to take my 8 inch of armhole. To take my 8 inches of armhole. So ignore this first one. No, this is on 7 inches. So this is now the actual one that is 8 inches. So the next one is to take the bust measurement. We'll be using 48 inches. This is 12 in 4 places. It's going to give us 48 inches with a seam allowance of 1 inch. You can see this is 1 inch of seam allowance. So when I come down to armhole, to half cut of 16 inches, the half cut of 16 inches, from that 16 inches I'm going to take my hip point of 9 inches. Then the hip measurement is also 48 inches with a seam allowance of 1 inch. So the next thing is to connect all the lines together to the shoulder. Like I said earlier, I said at the waistline also is also going to be 48 inches. But at this waistline I'm not going to add any allowance to it because it has an excess allowance already. So I'll just connect it to the bust, then to the hip. So the next thing is to cut it out. This is how it's going to be. The next thing here is to take the neckline. The wideness of the neck is going to be 3 inches here. While the deepness is going to be 3 inches as well for the front and 2 inches for the back. Then I'm going to connect them together. This is the front neck of 3 inches and back neck of 2 inches. You can see. I'm going to cuff the down part. So I'll be going up to 11 inches. I'm going up to 11 inches. Then from this 11 inches, I'm going to make a small cuff to the center here. That's for both back and front. I'm cutting them together. You can see this is now the shape of the dress now. So you can see from this, from the shoulder there to this area, this is the length that we're using, which is 58 inches, and the 2 inches is going to for the seam allowance. So you're going to notch where to put the rope. You're going to notch this area. This is the waist line. So notch it to know where to put the rope. So we're done with the cutting of the body. What remains is to cut out the sleeve. So to cut out the sleeve, you fold your fabric into two first, like this. Then into four, like this. But before you can fold like this, you have to know the wideness of the sleeve of your client. You have to know the wideness of the sleeve of the client. So I'll be using 10 inches here for the wideness of the sleeve. The length of my sleeve here is 25 inches. You can see. This is 25 inches for the sleeve length. Then I'll be going down to 4 inches. This is not constant. It depends on what the measurement of the roundness of the sleeve you are dealing with. So from here, I'm going to make this S shape. You can see. I'm going to make this S shape, like you can see the shape now. So to this area, because there's going to be an elastic over here, so I'm not going to reduce the wideness of this till it gets in. I'm not going to reduce the wideness of this at this junction because it's going to have an elastic over at this place. So I'm just going to follow the sketch line, then cut it out. So now this is now the length of the sleeve, the shape of the sleeve. You have different sleeve. You can add any different kind of sleeve to your shirt, but this is what we're going to use here for the sleeve, for the shirt. So what we mean here is to cut out the rope that you're going to use at the waistline. And before then, there's going to be another 2 inches that is going to be at the inner. We're going to sew it in. This is the 2 inches. So this is now the 2 inches that's going to be at the inner side of the dress. This is how it's going to be. You can try to whip it here, then whip it at the other side before placing it at the inner part, because by the time you sew it finish, you'll not be able to do the weaving again. the 2 inches also, I'll be doing it to make a rope and the dress by folding it into 2 this way, then fold it like this. Then I'm also going to close it this way, then I'm going to stitch. You can see the way I did it. So let me show it to you again. The first folding is going to be into 2 this way, then you fold it this way, then you fold it this way, then you stitch. And you can also do it this way by folding it into 2 like this, then you stitch, then you turn it to the right side. Depending on how you want your rope to be, it can be either of the 2. So let me go and do the finishing the sewing. I'm going to show you how to attach this at the inner part of the sleeve, then I'm going to show you how to put the rope also. So let's go to the sewing section. So after joining the fabric together this way, all the cuttings you've done, after joining them together, the next thing you're going to do is just take this. I told you earlier, I said you can weave the edges, or you can as well tape the 2 edges before placing it here. So the next thing is just to place it here. This is where we notch, you can see, and place it at the center here. Then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start from the middle here. You have to know the middle. You have to know the middle at the center here. So after knowing the center, then you start from the center. You start from center, then you start stitching. You stitch here, you stitch here also. You start stitching. You start stitching to the other side. Then it will end to this center too. This is where it's going to end. You can see. And you can as well start from the back here by opening this area. Then start, then end it here. Then after that, you now cut you make an O at the front. That is where the rope is going to come out. So let me go and do that and show you. This is the way I attach these 2 inches to it. I told you can make a weaving before attaching it. So mine now, I did it before making the weaving. If I want to make the weaving now, I'll make it after stitching. No, I've already stitched it, then I'm going to make my weaving. You can also make the weaving before placing it at the waistline here. At the waistline, you can see it. You can see the way I place it. So it will pass directly. It's going to pass the waist. You can see the waist. You can see this is at the waist side, and this is the front. These are the waist, and this is the back. So I'm starting from this back. You can see this is the area where I stitch it, where I close it. So I started from the back. It passed the waist, then it ends to the center here, then it ends back to the back. So then I turn it to the right side. So now this is the front there, and make a small hole at the front at the 2 sides. You can see you can make the distance of these 2 wider than this if you like, and you can also make it closer than this if you like. So I just make a little hole, don't let it be too big. You can see. Then I pass my belt. You can call it a rope, you can call it a belt. So I pass it through it. So, and you'll be able to tight it if you like, or enlarge it with like an elastic cover. You can see. That is how I put my adjustable rope or belt. Welcome back. Here's the finished work so far. This is the shirt dress that I'm talking about, with an adjustable rope. You can see it, or an adjustable belt. You can see this came in this particular belt I'm talking about. It passed through the waist. After putting that 2 inches to it, that 2.5, after putting that 2.5 inches to it, then I make a hole at this front. After stitching it, then you make a hole, and that is where the belt or the rope is going to pass through. You can see. You can adjust it. You can see the back as well. It passed through the back also. You can see. You can see the back. So you can see how simple this is now. And if you're new to my channel, please at the end of this class, please subscribe to it. And for those people that have already subscribed, I really appreciate you guys for watching my video. See you in my next class. Bye.